Hey everybody, my name is Anna. 6 years ago I came to Sweden by pure chance. I initially thought I'd only be staying for a short while. Turns out I could not have been more wrong. Because I instantly fell for the stunning landscapes and the grounded, simple way of life. And 2 years later, also for a very special Swede named Melker. And what can I say? My life has never been the same again. So today I'm taking you with me through our Christmas preparations out here in the woods in northern Sweden. When we arrived, we noticed that one of the pipes in the kitchen was actually frozen.
I think it's frozen. I think it's
Which
super
meant
frozen.
we had no running water.
Like not even a drop.
We usually empty the pipes when we leave the cabin for a few days, but sometimes a little bit of water might remain in them. And since we had more than 20 degrees Celsius minus, the little leftover was enough to freeze up the pipe.
You can see this works.
And there's no quick fix other than to heat up the cabin and slowly defrost them. This is not the first time it happened to us, and by now we kind of know the drill. So the first thing we did was to get a fire going. Because once there is a fire, everything feels a little bit more manageable. Carrying firewood in the snow wakes you up fast. It is one of those tasks that we repeat multiple times a day. So it is almost a little habit to get into the boots, put on the hat, and head over to the barn. To me, getting firewood holds the quiet satisfaction of doing something that actually matters. Right now I think it's almost as cold as outside, but that's fine. That's actually very exciting when we get out here that we first have to heat up the cabin and such. So in the meantime we're gonna have some hot coffee and tea, and I think then it's gonna be pretty cozy quite soon. Still cold, but warmer. And we felt that the coziness we had been longing for finally found us again. Later in the day, we made Hasselbackspotatis, a very traditional Swedish potato recipe. This is very much a here and now kind of meal for me. It's pretty simple, but also super comforting. You slice the potatoes carefully, not all the way through, add butter, salt, maybe a little thyme, and let the oven do its thing. I also love to add a bit of Parmesan to the potatoes, and if you're interested in trying the recipe yourself, check the info box below this video. If you ask me, cooking out here feels different, because there's nothing else pulling at your attention. You're just kind of doing your thing and then wait for the food to be ready. So it's morning now, and you guys, we got so lucky. Maybe you see it in the background, but it snowed last night, and I think we have like 2 decimeters maybe, so it's really pretty outside. There's a lot of snow right now. Like really a lot. But I feel that everything is quieter because of it. Even walking feels different in these kind of temperatures. I would say you don't really rush. You just move a bit more carefully. And you listen to the snow beneath your feet. It might sound a bit poetic, but I would say winter kind of decides the pace for you out here. Afterwards, we went out to get the Christmas tree. I love that we can get one of the many trees from our own tiny piece of forest. Carrying it back through the snow always reminds me of the idea I had as a kid of how Christmas is supposed to be. Kind of like in a Christmas movie where the entire family heads out to cut their own tree. And it is a very special feeling to be able to do that myself now. Once we got the tree inside, we brought out the decorations. Most of them belong to Milker's grandmother. Old straw ornaments, wooden ones, things that have been used for decades. They're definitely not perfect, but to me, that's precisely what makes them so special. They have been part of many Christmases before this one, and that thought is somehow comforting to me. I personally love wrapping gifts in the evening. I like to take my time when I pack presents for the people I love. One of my absolute favorite traditions is using the wax stamp that we started to use a few years ago. I really enjoy making our presents look traditional and packed with lots of care and love. When I think about it, it's not really about making them look impressive. It's actually more about slowing down enough to actually think about the person you're wrapping the gift for. And that part matters to me the most. One thing I've learned out here is that you don't rush. You adapt. And that also means to get comfortable with the idea that life moves slower. Winter in northern Sweden isn't always comfortable. Frozen pipes are a good reminder of that. But somehow, all of those little challenges make everything else feel more meaningful. The warmth, the food, the quiet moments. To me, it's not about doing things perfectly. It's just about being here, together, and letting life move a little bit slower during this time of the year.